season. And in the last week, Brandon Harris was named the starter for this LSU team.
The word polarizing is attached to the quarterback position here at LSU, and rightly so. And Brandon Harris, for all intents and purposes, seems to have made the right progress in the offseason. He's improved fundamentally according to his offensive coordinator, Cam Cameron, and we had a chance to talk to him yesterday. He's saying all the right things, and I believe the difference is this year, I believe he believes what he's saying. Last year, he was trying to convince himself, but it all starts tonight. You have to do it in live games. This is the first opportunity.
When you get a chance to sit down with him, it seems like he's grown up a whole lot in multiple ways, and he's also grown physically, something a lot of people didn't realize since the spring. For more on that, we go down to the field and Olivia Harlan.
That's right, guys. The difference in Brandon Harris's confidence is as simple as a little extra meat on the bones. Last year, he weighed 180 pounds, telling me he felt like a toothpick out there, going against guys sometimes twice his size. He also says he played nervously. Now this year, he weighs in tonight at 212 pounds because, guys, coaches told him not to report to camp weighing under 200. So he trained with specialists out in San Diego, said he ate every day till he felt sick. And the plan for Harris tonight is to just distribute the ball well. They say he doesn't have to make big plays because he's surrounded by all-American caliber receivers and running backs. Now, offensive co-coordinator Cam Cameron told him, don't get tired of doing ordinary things well to make big things happen.
I'm going to show you.
We'll see if those big things are in store for Harris, who had that disastrous first career start against Auburn last season. Really struggled in that game. That was the last time he told us he played a meaningful snap. He's going to get a very meaningful one tonight as LSU opens up the season. Anthony Jennings had some off-the-field issues as well that did not sit well with Les Miles. That may have been a contributing factor, but Les told us that the best quarterback that they have needs to be taking the snaps, and he said Brandon Harris is that guy tonight. And he begins his 11th season, does the Mad Hatter. Les Miles had a bit of a minor health scare early in the week. Apparently, he'd given up coffee for about 6 months, reintroduced it into his system.
Not a good idea.
Not a good idea, apparently, because he had to head to the hospital and kind of get fixed up. He joked around about it all week long, but he's ready to go tonight. And on the other side, a big LSU fan, actually. He's a Louisiana kid. Matt Viator, the second winningest coach in McNeese State history, 9 years, 9 winning seasons. And he was the head coach in 2010 when McNeese State came to Tiger Stadium and played well for about a quarter and a half before LSU ended up with a 32-10 victory. There's an eerie calm here in this building right about now. It's not going to be that way in just a few moments as these Tigers, who a lot of people call an unknown in the scope of college football, are about to take the field and get set to go. McNeese won the toss and deferred, so LSU will touch the ball first in Tiger Stadium in 2015. Sean Bro, the senior out of Scott, Louisiana, will get set to kick away. Number 1 in white, freshman Dante Jackson, sub 4.3 40. Watch this kid, he can fly. And on a Saturday night to open up the season, Death Valley is open for business. And it is Jackson from the 2-yard line with his first collegiate touch. When they stop him before he gets into the open field, he's brought down to the 23-yard line. And that'll open it up for this LSU offense, which was 73rd in the country in scoring last year. Their rushing offense, very good. Their passing offense, dismal last year between Jennings and Harris. But both quarterbacks showed a lot of progress in the spring. And it will be Brandon Harris, the Louisiana kid, making a dream come true starting at Tiger Stadium for the first time, his second career start.
And I think item number 1 this evening is to see how comfortable Harris is running the scheme. That's what Cam Cameron is looking at early.
Leonard Fournette will start in the backfield behind Harris as they set up shop at the 23. Traven Durrell in motion, and it's Fournette with his first touch of the season, bottled up for a very short gain. Over 1,000 yards last season, a freshman record. They'll set up second down. LSU offensively will look like this outside of Brandon Harris. You know about Fournette, but some great receivers that are playmakers, Dupree and Durrell, two of their top targets last year. And watch number 76, Josh Butte, making his first career start. He has developed very well in the last 6 months, and Cam Cameron said he is about as important as anybody on this offense. Second down 9, zone read, and a give to Leonard Fournette, who finds a seam and spins forward close to the sticks, and he should have it up for the first down as he picks up 9 yards. And McNeese State's defense, which was very good in FCS against the run and did very well against Amir Abdullah last year, is going to have a much bigger task tonight. Isaiah Golden, 97 on the front four, transfer from Texas A&M, started at Tiger Stadium in 2013, but was dismissed by Kevin Sumlin, and now playing at McNeese State. He's had a lot of off-the-field issues, but they're hoping, Matt Viator and the coaching staff, that he keeps clean as he has the last several months. Dante Jackson is in the game, top of your screen. They want to use him in sweeps, jet sweeps, fly sweeps, and here he is with the touch. And they need to keep him in check. Good tackle made by Wallace Scott and Dominique Hill after a gain of about 4 yards.
And defensively, McNeese State runs a 4-2-5, and they have their nickel essentially on the field all the time, and they have speed, and that's what you need when you play an LSU team. Is you're going to get speed on both sides of the ball, and this group of young men went into Nebraska and weren't affected by the surroundings or the speed a year ago.
Darius Geis, Nick Brosette, two outstanding freshman running backs, both check in next to Brandon Harris. It is Geis in motion, and they'll swing it out to him, and he gets blown up by Dominique Hill. A tackle for loss back behind the 35-yard line. His father, Chris, was a standout at LSU, the sophomore making the start at Tiger Stadium.
And Hill will see the motion coming to him. Look where he's looking, right in there, and he's already has a heads up on that play. There was a diagnosis early, and then he just goes across the line of scrimmage and blows it up. That was what film study looks like in the game. He diagnosed it early because of the formation, personnel, and motion, and then he goes and blows it up.
John Diarse on 3rd down and 10 is the lone receiver at the top in the 3-by-1 set. The twist gets picked up by that LSU front line, and Harris takes his first shot of the season for Dupree, and he cannot make the catch with Dominique Hill in coverage. That'll bring up 4th down, and this is what McNeese State wanted. A defensive stand after Fournette got going a little early. They're able to force the punt.
Yeah, Adam, not only a defensive stand, but a couple of really nice plays. They diagnosed well. They've been paying attention in film study, and that time, that's what Brandon Harris did last year. As a young quarterback, you tend to see it late, and so your throw is late. The receiver was open down the field in Dupree, and that ball came up late, and therefore it was short.
The second-team punter out of Australia, Jamie Keane. Saw some pressure, but boots it away, and David Bush has the back pedal. It's going to bounce at the 5, and that's a break for McNeese State, and it'll go out to the 20-yard line. A net punt of 46 yards, but a booming kick from the senior at 6'5" from Australia. So we'll look at Daniel Sams, the senior out of Slidell, Louisiana. Split quarterback duties at McNeese State last year with Tyler Bolfing, but he's the #1 starter this year. Second in the FCS at 7 yards per carry. He led the Big 12 quarterbacks in rushing a couple of years ago, and he is going to make another start in another big atmosphere, something he's been used to in his career.
Yeah, and one of the important things is last year, because he was a late add during the summer, they really couldn't change the offense much, X's and O's wise, to accommodate this kid's skill. He's a dynamic runner. He was slowed in the passing game because of that thumb, but they've had an entire offseason to mold everything around number 4.
First down from the 20-yard line. They send Tavarius Batiste in motion, the freshman trying to get to the edge. And there's some of the LSU speed on defense on display as Kevin Tolliver, in his first career game in college, the #2 cornerback out of high school, makes the tackle for a loss of 1. McNeese State offensively has Ryan Ross, their leading returning rusher, back in the backfield. They've got some solid receivers, but they lost their top 2 wide receivers from last year in Jerrion McGilvery and Ernie Celesti. Left tackle is new. That's Quentin Marsh. Safety blitz being shown by LSU, and they bring some heat, and Sams is going to go down. Safety blitz from Ricky Jefferson. He was showing the pressure. He nearly gave away the scheme, but he still comes up with a stop, a loss of 6 to Sean Bauer off the edge, helped him out.
And Sams knows that he has play action and a double move outside, but when you see that pressure off the edge, Kevin Steele added a rusher early, an extra blitzer, and they got to him, but you have to diagnose as a quarterback, bail out on the play action, and that ball has to come out.
So now 3rd down and 17.
You don't want to make an early bad mistake here, Adam.
LSU brings pressure, an exotic look off the edge. Swing it out to the sideline for Zach Hetrick, the tight end. That'll be a positive play, and they'll settle for that. Kendall Beckwith, who took over middle linebacker duties midway through the year last year, makes the stop after a gain of 8. And the punt unit for McNeese State will come on after a 3-and-out.
Yeah, and LSU was going to force that throw due to the coverage. They dropped a lot into coverage, and they were going to force an underneath throw, break on it, and make a tackle. Good decisions by Sams to give his punter just a little bit more room. You did not want a horrific mistake there early in the game.
Jean Bro will punt this one away, the senior out of Scott, Louisiana, with Tre'Davious White, the newest member of the number 18 club for LSU, with the return. He will bail out. It's going to be excellent field position coming up here for LSU on its 2nd series, right near midfield. Not a very good punt from Jean Bro. 27-yard net punt. And it'll be just a shade inside of McNeese territory for the Tigers when you come back to Death Valley. Welcome to a new college football season.